All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It's time to mix up some fun, and who better to mix it up than Mr. Tim Laird?
Hello, MJ, Jesse. Good to be back with you again. Cocktail time. I'm going to give you a little hint what I'm going to be doing. For the listeners, I'm wearing a very tropical shirt here.
You can hear it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very tropical. But to really give this away, I'm going to have a little prop here, and I'll tell your listeners I'm holding up a tie. Now, this isn't your tie. It's my tie. So I think what we're going to make, we're going to Hawaii. We're making a Mai Tai, gang. How about that?
I've always wondered what it sounds so fun. I've never had one, nor do I know what one is. So this is perfect.
You've never had one?
No.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, it's so delicious. But anyway, shaker ice, 1 ounce of light rum. Boom. 1 ounce of dark rum. That's the secret to a good Mai Tai. You want light and dark rum. The dark rum gives a little bit more of a molassesy taste to it, so really delicious. To that, 3 ounces pineapple juice, 2 ounces of orange juice, and then a teaspoon of grenadine goes in. It's going to give it a nice color. And here it is. All Mai Tais contain this, no matter what recipe you have. This is almond syrup. You can buy it at any party outlet store. Almond syrup, it's called Orzat is another name, but you must have the almond syrup. So a teaspoon of that goes in. It does make a difference. And of course, a good shake. And I like to use crushed ice in my cocktail glass, but you can use regular ice, doesn't matter. No rules here. And you see this beautiful color, a little pineapple spear for garnish. Oh, doesn't that look absolutely fabulous? For listeners, we have a little collar of foam on the top from that pineapple juice. Nice color from the grenadine. And of course, the light and dark rum. Wow. You're just transformed into the islands right here at home in Louisville. I'm telling you. Got to make a Mai Tai. 'Tis the season.
Oh,
We're getting there.
I've always heard of Mai Tais. I've never knew what was in one. I've never ordered one. All I've heard is they're good and they're tropical.
They're delicious.
I didn't know that that's the secret ingredient. So that's pretty cool. So,
it really is. The almond liqueur, or almond syrup, I should say. There's no alcohol in it. But you can find it, like I said, where all the mixers are and other syrups and everywhere else. It's right there.
That's nice. That's really cool. And yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful color. And, you know, hey, I mean, I know what I'm doing this weekend. So that's...
Forget frost.
Right. Yeah. Heck with the frost warning. I'm going to the islands right here at home.
Listen, you can sit there and you can fret about it, or you can make yourself an island cocktail and you can just also fret about it, but you'll feel better.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, and nice job. It matches your shirt perfectly.
You know, it's like an accessory, isn't it, to my shirt?
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It blends in perfectly. It's like
that's what I'm saying.
At one point, when you held that up, it was like you just pulled it straight from your shirt. It was an optical illusion. It was wonderful.
3D cocktails. Yeah. All I need is a straw hat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go. Well, and some better weather, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And you know what's interesting? You talk about the foam on the top. So the drink that I make, Lindsay, that I stole from you, she says over and over, she's like, I've had versions of that drink, but what makes that drink is shaking it in the cocktail because there's something about the foam.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It really adds a textural thing that it's just something about it. The foam is good. So that's why the pineapple juice, you want to give it a good shake like we did, and it all just comes together.
I like it. I like it. Now, Tim, so we talked about this on the show this week. They say the average person by age 27 has a drink. Like you go to the bar, it's like, what do you want me to get me? Boom, you have a drink. What is Tim Laird's drink?
Oh boy, I'll tell you.
I knew
you always try to hammer him down on this. You always try.
And you know the answer I always give, and it's kind of like not giving into a real answer, but I always say yeah, it is a cop out. My favorite cocktail is the one that's in front of me at the time. And so that's kind of my go-to line when they ask about my favorite cocktail. But I go back and forth between, and you were talking about it last week too, about the classic cocktails. I really do like the classic cocktails, and I'll go back behind a gin martini or a bourbon old fashioned are probably my top two that I really like.
That's what I wanted, that level of honesty. Because I mean, really, in all seriousness, by a certain age, most of us, if you're out somewhere and someone's like, "Hey, let me get you a drink," and all things being equal, you have something in mind. Like MJ, your specific beer order.
Yeah, I like a Stella with 2 olives.
I mean, there you go.
That's if I have my choice, that's what it is. Yeah.
See, I'm an old-fashioned guy, or just if I'm in an untrustworthy bar where I don't trust them to make an old-fashioned, then this is just bourbon.
No, you're right.
An untrustworthy bar. That's
and I've been in many of those.
Yeah.
And I will not ask for anything more than something neat or straight on the rocks because again, you don't know where their mixers have been. If they're going to mix something, they don't really make it correctly. And an old fashioned, to make it right, it's an artwork, and it really comes out delicious. Just the right amount of sweet with the citrus, and it's really well done. So a well done old fashioned is my favorite. But again, I always look behind the bar, see how they're doing it, watch if I know that there's a good bartender up there, I'm going to order the old fashioned.
I would immediately go to the back if you walked into my bar, because that would be intimidating. You're gonna make Tim Laird a drink? I'm going on break.
We need more ice. We need more ice.
Yeah. So also MJ found too this thing where bartenders were talking about how, their children. No, bartenders were talking about what your drink order says about you, and she's been making fun of me because on the old fashioned, what'd they say it means?
They said that you either really know your drink or you want people to think you really know your drink.
Yeah.
and you don't.
And the reason, and the reason it makes me laugh is, and the reason why I'm also gun shy is, there was a bar which is really close to our station, but I don't even think that place exists anymore. But I won't say their name. And I went and I ordered, and I watched her make it, and I was like, "That's not right." And then I took a drink, and I was like, "That's really not right." But I was trying not to be that guy that's like, "Oh yeah, whatever." Well, the other bartender ends up coming up to our table, and this is all pre-COVID, and brings us the rest of our drinks. And I was like, "Look, I don't want to be that guy." And she goes, "It's not right, is it?" I was like, "Not even close." And she goes, "Yeah, I saw her make it." And I was like, "Well, why didn't you stop her?" She goes, "People come in here all the time, and they order that because they think they're being, sophisticated, and they don't know what's in it." And I'm like, yeah, that's why I have trust issues.
Oh yeah, you got.
That's awesome.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah. So as always, if you're like me and you've never seen or had a Mai Tai or made one at home, they're surprisingly easy. And the recipe's in the description of the video. So you can do that. And at some point, I hear weather will be nice enough and make you feel like you're in the tropics.
That's right. It will be. So aloha and cheers.
Until